Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Kylie Bertucci, Stamping Up Demonstrator in Australia. So excited to be here with all of you. And yeah, I just woke up. Bruno's still sleeping. He must need to sleep in today. It's very unusual for him to be still sleeping. But it's 8 a.m. here in Perth, Australia. And we have another fun craft class for you today. Now, before we dive in, let me show you what we've been doing this week. All of us, I'm sure pretty much all of you should be following our socials by now. If not, why not? Come and follow us. Come and get lots of inspo. So good to see you all here. Hello, Cindy. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Christine. We've got so many of our beautiful members here as well. They're the ones with all the coffee cups next to their names. So Christine, Helen, Charlotte, thank you all so much. Kerry's here as well. Oh, thank you all very much. But we have lots of cool things over on our members page, which is this one here. Let's see if our little links will work there. Oh, hi, Regina. Regina's here as well. Hi, Linda, Sarah. So that is our YouTube membership. Now, some of the things that we do over there are really fun. And hello, Megan. We have lots of inspiration behind the scenes. We have a lot of fun together. So we will be going live again today, straight after our live that's happening now. And you'll also get access to everything that's happened previously as well, which is a fantastic opportunity for only like $5 or something like that, Australian. Bargain. Now, on our socials, so we've got our Instagram account, which is this one here. And Bruno has made some fantastic reels over there. He's also put them up on YouTube with our shorts, and he also puts them onto Facebook as well. So make sure that you're following any of those, and you should be able to get all the inspo. And what is our Facebook page? What would I put it under? It's been a long time since I put our little Facebook page up here. I'll have a look on my list. Hello, Patricia. So good to see you. I've got my text replacements all set up. I've forgotten the code. Forgotten my little shortcut because it's been a little while since I've used it. Oh, here we go. I think it might be that one. Facebook page. Is it that one? Yes, there it is. So yeah, definitely jump over our Instagram, our Facebook. You're here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that just so that you don't miss any of our free classes, because it's great fun to have a free class, isn't it? Who doesn't want something for freebies? And this is just a little taster to help you see if you do join one of our YouTube videos, or you come along to one of our online stamping retreats, or you purchase one of our video class bundles. It's just helping you to see the amazing things that you'll get in the paid items that we offer, and that way you can get even more content, next level content. Yes, so you can scan this QR code, and for just $22 you can get 12 classes, videos included, instructions, everything there, measurements in every country. Anyone can use this and pay for it. If you're a demonstrator already, fantastic, you can do that. Customer, you can do that. Even if you have nothing to do with Stampin' Up, you can do it. These cards can be used in any type of product. You just swap it out, and that way you'll really enjoy the different things that you can get from there, different ideas. Now, let me show you what we did this week on our members page. So this one here was inspired by Rose Coleman. We saw one of her cards that she did, and that was like, oh my goodness, I have to try and replicate this. And so we did this together on the members page, the YouTube members page, and also for my team as well. They got to see this. We got to stream to them. And yeah, we had a lot of fun because this is what it does. Woo! Yeah, I have to make sure that I set it up, Megan, because it seems to glitch every time Paul Bruno tries to do it. Everything looked perfect, so I don't know why it wouldn't work, but thank you. Yes, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Amazing, amazing. It's like it's floating. And then that at the back, we've got that little pocket there, and then you can write your little message on there. So yeah, if you want to know how to make this card and so many other projects that we've done, then definitely avail yourself of our membership, and you get to see it from absolute scratch, from woe to go. I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? So this product that we're using this week is actually the Lovely Garden Suite. So this is it here. And we'll say disconnect, please. We don't want that. So this is the Lovely Garden, and we use this all week. So if you haven't seen this suite, it actually is in the last chance offer, and it's on sale, and it is amazing. And you'll see what I mean today, because there's some beautiful masks. There's some amazing things that you can do with it. We also had a team Zoom that we did, and it's something that I've been doing a little bit more now that we're a bit more settled here in Perth. I've been able to do a lot more of the team events, which has been so lovely. Like, we've all really enjoyed getting together and doing that. So we have this one here, and what I actually did with this, so it's got the little ribbon here, and what I actually did with this ribbon, it's this one here which comes in the suite, but I really wanted to, I just felt like the, what is it, it's not petunia pop, oh, fresh freesia. I just felt like the fresh freesia did not go with this project, but fortunately it's very easy to make this darker because the fresh freesia is quite light. So I used the shaded spruce because we don't have a garden green blend, and I think this has come up pretty close to the garden green, and it's just such a sweet card. I think this was based on something that Lisa Brown did, and we decorated all of this, and then we have this was a little extra piece that I added on just for something different, but it was just a really sweet little note card that I thought just is perfect size for that beautiful flower. And so yeah, the team and I did that. We had a like 2-hour little Zoom catch up on Tuesday, and we've been doing that every Tuesday night, particularly this month because we've had I think we've had over 30 join our team with the special, and we've had in our team we've hit 19, I think 19 new team members, which is so, like, hello, so smart. Like, why wouldn't you? Because, like, it's crazy. Look at this offer. If you only pay $60, you get to choose $235 of anything you want. It's $175 for free, people. $175 for free. Why wouldn't you join? Seriously. So anyone that's ever shopped with us, anyone that's ever been a demonstrator in the past with us, we've been calling them and letting them know about this special because it is ridiculous. Ridiculously amazing. So check it out in your country. If you're not in Australia, this month is the month to literally just take advantage of this special, because why wouldn't you get $175 of product for free? Why wouldn't you? And I think the only reason why people wouldn't, and maybe you can tell me in the comments, but I think that maybe some think that they've got to sell. No, you don't have to sell. You don't have any lock-ins. If you don't spend the minimum, that's okay. You just go back as being a customer, which you already are anyway. And you have no quarterly minimums until the end of April, which gives you this current catalogue, the current mini catalogue, the next mini catalogue, and the next annual catalogue, all at a minimum of 20% off. So you've got 4 catalogs at a discounted price when you join up. And I think it's a really, really great opportunity. Like, all of us want to save $1, don't we? We're all looking at ways that we can save, get more craft supplies for less money. How do we, do crafting on a budget? Here is your answer, people. Here is your answer. You get to get a discount. You get $175 for free. You have no lock-ins. You're not under any pressure. Win-win all round. So if you don't avail yourself of this, come on, people. Silly billies. Come on. Do the math. Do the girl math. This math actually isn't just girl math. It actually definitely makes sense. It's math that all people would understand, even your husbands. They would be like, of course you can join. What? You're going to save money. What? You're going to have a 20% discount. Yes, do it. Yeah, so do it. And Patricia said here, I'm a hobby demo in the US, and it's so easy. Yeah. And if you go to sign up and you're like, oh no, there's an ABN. Oh no, it wants my license. I don't want to give that. Guess what? You don't. You don't have to give anything that doesn't go red when you skip it. When you skip it, if it goes red, it'll tell you, you got to fill this out. But if you skip it, you don't have to fill it out, which means you don't have to fill out the ABN. So what are you waiting for? Come and join. Come and join the Crazy Crafters team. We're having a lot of fun, and we want more people to enjoy it too, which is always good fun having new ones join us. So let us jump on in here and have a little bit of a play. There was a couple more projects that I had here that I wanted to show you too, but I digressed. I digressed on exciting specials, which are very important. So this was the Instagram reel that Bruno made. Actually, this one was the first one he made, and then this was the Instagram reel he made. So he's done one that has like the patchwork style, but this one here is using some other dyes, and he's also coloured the outside, which makes it really pop off the page. And he's used Mossy Meadow, which is great, and Secret Sea, one of our favourite colours. We love the Secret Sea. And then this was the prototype that I made for today. Yes, I'm organised, people. We know what we're doing today. And I just thought I had a lot of these scraps, and I thought this is a great way to use up these like little scrap pieces here, and just to use the mask and do some colouring. I used the Secret Sea to colour in the background there, and I love it. Yeah, really nice. And those sequins, don't they pop on the Secret Sea? Gorgeous. So let's do that today. And I've changed up the colour a little bit. Hello, Christine. Hi, Chantel. Yeah, it's good to have some scrappy pieces used. So I was thinking of actually, and I'll show you the paper. We'll see. We might change our mind because, me, it's my prerogative to change my mind. I'm allowed to do these things. But I thought it would be nice maybe to do like a black and white one. Because I love these strips of black and white. And we've got dotties, we've got this one, and I thought this would actually be quite a nice wedding card. Is there any other black and white? Oh, that's a bit of basic white. No, I think they're the only black and white. Oh, there's this one here too, that pattern. So we could even do a few different styles of this black and white paper, because sometimes people look at paper and they go, oh, nah, I've got enough floral. Oh, I don't need any more floral. No, that doesn't interest me. I don't like those colours. But Stampin' Up! Are very smart with this paper. Look at that. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Very, very, very smart with this paper. I will put this back because, then I'll just have to put it back later. Don't put it down, put it away. That's my little mantra. Don't put it down, put it away. So we'll do those ones. And then this means what we can do with the flower is we can really make this flower pop, because it's going to have, lots of background color that enables it to be the hero. So let us jump on in here. I've got my water today, everyone. Let me have a little bit of water. Oh, I'm so glad you got little Bruno the bear. It's so sweet, isn't it, that pin? So love it. Love it, chop it. Do you all say that? Love it, chop it. So let's jump on in and do some cutting. So we're just going to cut this in half, and you can cut it in half any way that you normally cut in half. Either portrait or landscape mode, totally up to you. But I like to use my trimmer, as many of you know, to burnish this edge, like so. And then what I think we're going to do, just to mix things up, because we're doing some black and white here. I did have a piece of basic white here, but I think I did a tardy. Let me grab another piece of... Oh, do I have some in here? I'm just going to use some of my scrappy bits, just so that I'm not cutting into... That one's a little bit too short. Oh yeah, I think that's the right size. Yes, so that will help with usage rather than chopping into a brand new piece. I just like to check to see what I've got available for me. I've ordered a new seat for my craft room. I'll have a look actually, Chantel, see if there is one there. But you can definitely go over and have a look. Actually, you might be able to tell me if there is. But if you go here, let me see if I've got the right linky. Yes, that's it there. Yes, there is. So I'll copy that. I mean, it's there. So if it's there, it means that Bruno has left it on, because there's some available. If it's not there, then it's not available. So it's a good way to gauge. Now pop that onto there. Okay. And I've got my little keyboard happening, which is good. So we'll just cut this. Now I'm cutting this size. If you've got my card templates, you'll know what I'm talking about. Our card templates are a way to measure things so that it works in every country, because, yeah, there's 2 different sizings in countries. So this is the Poppy Parade layer size. And then we're going to do the Mellow Mambo size. And I like to have mine printed up so that I don't necessarily need the actual card templates cut out for this one, but it's just a really handy way to sort of work out what sizing that you want. So you can either do the Gorgeous Grape, which that's the opening that way, or the Calypso Coral, which is what I've done here, which is the opening that way. And then you need the Poppy Parade size, which is that's what we've just cut in the basic white. And then you need the Mellow Mambo size. So what it's going to be is just a really, really small slither. You could, if you wanted to, use the, not the Flirty Flamingo. Is it Flirty, the next one down? I'll have a look on my, yes, it is Flirty Flamingo, which is the next size down. So you could use that, but it will just bring everything in a bit, which actually wouldn't be so bad, you know. So that's Flirty Flamingo there. So it just brings everything in a little bit, which on this card, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing. But I do think that the Melon Mambo will be nice because it's just that slightly more niched in. So there you go. There's the templates, that the sizing that I use. If you don't have our card templates, you need them. Everyone here will tell you. If you don't have them, go get them now, because they are just so handy, and I just couldn't live without my card templates because they literally change my life all the time. Let's see if I've got them here. Yes, there they are. And then you can get them in either metric or imperial. Hello, Shaz. Good to see you. So definitely go over there if you don't have them and get yourself some card templates because you will thank me forever. And they're quite good, like if you need converting. So say if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or even if you're watching other demonstrators around the world and you're wondering why the sizing is different in, sometimes they're like tall and skinny and sometimes they're wide and short. And you're like, why are these all different sizings? And it's because each country has a different sized, well, basically the US and Canada has one sized cardstock and the rest of the world has another. So they have letter size cardstock and the rest of the world has A4 cardstock. Because, why not have two different sized, like, cardstock? Why not? Like, why couldn't crafters have been like, you know what? Let's create a community where we're all the same size. Wouldn't that be wonderful, everyone? Just, be unified in our sizing. Now, I've done it at 2 centimeters, which is basically like 3/4 of an inch, because I think that's a nice size. And you could do it smaller if you wanted to, or depending on how much you've got of your paper, that might determine what sizing you do. We're just going to cut all of these and then we can decide how we want to layer them. So it is a little bit of eyeballing with this card, which is fun because you're using scraps. So you just want to utilize what you have on hand. Okay, let's see how this looks. And I think, like, I don't know if I want to use this one. I might end up just doing like another one of the, like maybe this one here that's a little bit longer. We could do 2 of them. I really like this one, but I think I'll do that one and then we can compare the pair. And we've got extra on that one, so we can look. Wouldn't it, Patricia? Would just change all of our lives if the measurements were just unified. Make them all the same. But, the problem is everyone would be like, make it our size. I love our size here, I have to say. So I understand, why some people would be like, no, I want it my size. Because if you look at, I think I've cut some, I've got some here that are cut US size. I don't think that one is actually true to size. There should be another one here that I made. No, I don't have it. But I made one, because this one here, oh, what's that? Maybe you're in there. No, that's the dimensionals. But yeah, I did make one true to size, and I was very shocked, sitting over there, at how different the sizing is. Oh, yeah, I see them. I'm going to show you the difference because it's craziness. Okay, so this is I think it's actually the same size as well. What was I thinking? What am I doing here? these ones seem like the same size, but so I think that basically, yeah, that's it there. Although that doesn't even look right either. This is why I needed measurements people to help me. Oh yeah, 4 1/4. Ah, no, this is still metric. Anyway, I'll cut one to show you because I find it fascinating, the difference. It's just craziness. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this is a completely different card. Maybe this one is. Ooh, I found one. Yes. I knew my persistence would be received eventually. So can you see the orange one here, or the Calypso Coral? This is the US and Canada sized card. So you can see here that the rest of the world, we're just that slightly bit skinnier and slightly, well, quite a bit taller. Isn't that random? It's just like a completely different size. So if you were to cut your cardstock in the size that they use in the US and in Canada, you are going to have a big, big problem if you cut it this size using A4 cardstock. Because this, if you cut it this size on your A4 cardstock, you'll only have one card base. And I'll show you here, I've got a full sheet that I can show you on. And this is why the card templates are so important. And this is why I harp on about it so much. But say, for instance, if you have this here, and then you go to cut another piece of this. So let's put a little line on here. No one will know, just me. There it is. Like, where's my little pencil? So if we do a little line here, okay, and then you go to use that line and you want to cut another piece. Can you see what's happening here, people? Look how much you're short by. Whereas if you cut this the correct size, you will get 2 card bases out of your cardstock. And that's one of the whole reasons why these card templates are so handy, because they're going to help you use your cardstock to the best of its ability as well. You're also using the standard card size in the country that you live in, which is, that's the standardized, and then you're just not having as much waste, because all of a sudden this whole section here, you've got to then put into your scrap pile, as opposed to having 2 card bases per sheet. So it's really important that you cut your cardstock the right size, because then you'll actually waste less. You'll have less scraps because you're getting 2 card bases per sheet. Now, if this is new news to you, this is something you've never heard before, please comment in the comments section and tell me if this is like, what? This is like a whole other epiphany to me. I never ever knew this. Because there's a lot of us, when we first start crafting, it took me a long time. I think it was not until I started doing tutorials that I realized what a big problem all these sizings were having on us. And I had to come up with a solution. I'm like, is this not driving anyone else crazy? Yep. Interesting. Your envelopes are tight even for your cards. Wow. That's very interesting. So that's why I'm so passionate about the card templates and teaching people how to use them. I think this is the right size here, or that one there should, because I've got to do the inside piece as well. Oh, there we go. Because I want you to be able to use all your scraps as well, and it helps you do that. It's just a really, really awesome way of using it. Yeah, some are really difficult if you have a couple of layers on your card. Absolutely. Because if you're trying to figure out the layers, at least with the card templates, you can go, oh, it looks like they've got like a small little, you know, lip here. They've got a small little, you know, border. So you can actually, you'll get used to it when you use the templates. You'll be like, is it a larger border or is it a smaller border? So you can see here, this is like a smaller border. But if you wanted it a little bit larger, then you can use that layer. Then you'll know what layer to put next, because you can just visualize it all with the card template. And if you've got a card template, you can just eyeball it by looking at yours, or you can use whatever the closest thing is to our card templates and do a conversion. So you can get the card templates in both measurements, and then you'll be able to work out what's the closest measurement to what they have used. And then you can just go, oh, okay, it's Melon Mambo in the Canadian American size, so I'll use Melon Mambo in my size. So it's like a little converter as well, which I never realized it was going to turn into that, but I'm very excited that it has worked out so well for so many people, but mainly because I needed it, and I'm just so glad that other people have been able to use it as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to shorten some of these. Well, this guy here is the shorty. He's the shortest one, but I don't think I'm going to use him. I feel like I want something bold, geometric, and then the dotties are kind of the softening little part of it. And we'll put this one here, and I think we'll have the ending with the dots maybe. Let's have a little look. We could do something like that, and then we just have different sizing, or we could even just go, we've got enough here to actually go right to the edge. Why don't we try that rather than having like a little diagonal, just so that you can see a couple of different ideas. The other thing that Bruno did, which was really cool on his other card, he's been doing some scrap ideas, and it's kind of like herringbone, because herringbone technique, you can play around with, you know, different sizes and things like that. So you can have like a few different, you know, block pieces that you're using, you know, cut them different sizes or go all the way across, and then that gives it another look as well. So it's just fun to use these, you know, different little scrappy pieces that maybe you'd be like, oh, what am I going to do with this? I don't know what to do. And this will give you some really cool little suggestions for you. Yeah, I think we'll do, I like this idea of coming almost, I think we'll just stick to this size here, whatever this one is, and then that will give us the gauge of what size to do the rest of them. They can all be the same size. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks good. I'm like, do I like it where it's sort of encompassing? I do like it where it's got it on both sides, actually. Hey, Renee, I really love that. I wish I found you and your templates when I first started out. I cut a whole pack of cardstock in the US size, and then realized the mistake. And all of us have done it. Like, I did it for years too, Hope Renee, because no one had really told me about the different markets, and that, you know, watching other videos in other countries was actually going to lead me to cutting different sizes. And sometimes even people in our own countries can cut things a different size, which, you know, totally up to them. There's no like hard and fast rule that you have to do it the way that the card templates are cut. However, the way that I've done it is just so that you can preserve your cardstock. That's all. I'm all about value for money, and particularly in the economy that we're in, and particularly with the cardstock going up in price as well. You know, we don't want to waste money unnecessarily. We want to, preserve it. So that looks really, really nice. I really like this. Hello, Natalie. Good to see you. Jane, no, you don't have to repurchase them. Once you purchase them, if you've lost the card template tutorial, yeah, you've got it for life. In fact, you get any updates that we do, but we haven't had to do any updates lately, which is amazing. There was one that I came up with the other day where I thought, oh, that'd be a good size to have in between. And I forget what size it was, but it was kind of, I think it was in between the Flirty Flamingo, maybe. Yeah, I forget what it was, but there was something where I was like, ooh, I can see a need for something there. Because most of them are like 0.3 in between, but there was one that was slightly different to that. Yeah, so yeah, I'll have to figure it out, but just message us and email Bruno, in fact, and he'll make sure that he emails you out the template. But you should be able to, I think if you search card template on your emails, you'll probably see the download there somewhere. Oh, that's beautiful. So before we stick it down, I just want to see what the flower looks on top of it before we lock in our idea, because I still might decide to do something different with this. Because one of the things I'm thinking of, which would be quite interesting, would be to maybe stick it down and then cut it on a diagonal. Like that'd be another cool way of getting two card bases out of, yes, one item. And then what we could do is when you cut the diagonal, you could even, I can't help myself. It's so funny. I've got it all organized. And what do I go and do? I give you all these different ideas. But it's just what I like to do. I can't help but innovate with all of you. And I actually did a survey, and interestingly, a lot came back saying that they like this style of video, that it's like, you know, getting creative ideas and, you know, having different concepts. So I'm like, okay, this is what you like. Good, because that's what I usually do. So yeah, if you cut that, then you'll have, yeah, obviously just this bit here. And then the part down the bottom, I think would look really nice, just embossed. You could even emboss it in black and then just sort of get some white ink to highlight the embossing part of it. You know, even this one here, even though this is not part of the Gathering Leaves set, I'm really interested in using something like the Forever Plaid, or even this one here. The dotted would look really cool as well. So there's a couple of really, that one in particular I think would go really well with that if we did do it on the diagonal. But anyway, we'll have a little look and see what we think as we go along, because that's how I usually creatively think of ideas. Hello, Tess. So good to see you here. So let us do some stamping on here. I've got some basic white cardstock that we can use on this. And I'll grab a block. You can use either one of these flowers. These sentiments on here are absolutely stunning. Like so gorgeous. Like if you love collecting sentiments, this is your collecting one that you need to have, because it's just so good. And I love how modern and funky they are. They're really good. Is the Gathering Leaves embossing folder a new one? So no, this is part of the Lovely Garden Suite. Actually, I don't know if that one, no, it's not actually part of that, because you've got the dies and the, yeah, so I think the Gathering, actually, yeah, that was part of the other one that we did last week. It just happened to be still on my table. So thank you for pointing that out, Natalie. I would have been like, yeah, it's part of the suite, isn't it? No, Kylie, it's not. So that's what that is. So we'll do some stamping. Now, even though I can use the Memento Black, I actually love Secret Sea. And I'll show you the difference between the two as well. Like we'll do a comparison when we're doing our colouring of the basic black in comparison to Secret Sea. I am very much a Secret Sea fan. Even for my stamping when it comes to like what I would normally use for basic black. And I do like to use the embossing, but because we're going to be colouring in with blends around the die, I probably, won't use it. But what we could actually do, we might still use the basic black because I want to show you, again, let's innovate together. Compare the pair. We want to see what it looks like with the black embossing. See, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Like you would think that that's basic black. I think it's actually darker than basic black. So this here is basic black. But yeah, I think I might actually do the black embossing. Oh, the black's pretty black in the blends. That's pretty good, actually. And which one's the dark? Hey, look at you, Secret Sea. So this one here lower, that's Secret Sea, and that's basic black. What do you think, everyone? What do you think? Yeah. And good idea, Natalie. I'll also do the Memento. Let's stamp a little bit of that on there. So the Memento is pretty much the Stampin' Up go-to basic black. They did have like I don't know what it was, like whether it was a black emboss or they did have something there. I might do it next to it just so that we can see. I'll just use some scratch paper here. I've got some already scratched on. Yes, I do. This was from one of my projects this week. Be careful with your open inks on the table, everyone. That's me telling myself. Kylie, be careful with the open inks. So I'll just pop that there. So the comparison is definitely different. Like I'm seeing that this is darker. However, I think I re-inked that recently and it's not as fine. So I might actually do the whole image just so that you can see what that looks like all stamped, because you might prefer that over. And it may even change my mind, but I've just been going to the Secret Sea, especially when I've been colouring it. I'm like, oh, I just really like it. It's crisp, it's clean, and I will use the, where's my Pierce mat? Because you don't have to use the Pierce mat, but it does actually help with a, oh, I don't know where my Pierce mat's gone. Is everyone surprised by that? No, we're not. I don't know where it's gone. Walkabout. Normally if it's not in the drawer, then it's on the table. It's one of two places it usually is. Anyway, I'll use my pad here because it's pretty much, if you don't have a Stampin' Pierce mat, then that's your next best friend. I need to use this actually. I was looking for this yesterday, this exact thing. I'm there, like, there's some to-do list thing that was really good. And I need to find it. It had like lots of things for me to write on for each day, all combined, so I don't have to use a big piece of paper every day. Thank you, everyone. You helped me find what I was looking for. So I just like to have, like, you know, what are your goals for the day? What would you like to achieve, Kylie Batici? We've got Jessie coming next week. Yay! I'm so excited. And Justin and Taya, our other friends, will definitely have some behind the scenes footage of their visit. So those of you that are members, woohoo, you're going to have party time with us. I've got pizza night organised. So yeah, it'll be fun to have that. So there you go. compare them to each other, everyone. Just sort of angle that light differently, just so that you can have a bit of a true to colour look. I think because this was very different here, but once you sort of have it angled correctly and stamped, can you I can't tell. I'm here in real life and I cannot tell the difference, to be honest. Can you see a difference, anyone? It's very good. The Secret Sea is very good. It still has that like slight blue tinge to it, but you know, really at the end of the day, that's what basic black is. It's like it's a form of black, really. So there you go. Use as you like. I know they don't look any different. That's what I feel like. I'm always looking at it going, no, to me that looks very much like black. Like this one did look different, but once you've stamped it, you know, flat and correctly, yeah, I really don't see a difference. Even in the blends, like you look at the blends there, and yeah, same, really. Even when they've dried, they're still looking the same. So there you go. That's a little hot tip for you all. But what we will do is emboss and see what it looks like with the black emboss. That's the other thing to try. And I have my own little tray for my black emboss that actually is from years ago. And this is a customer service and announcement. An announcement that if Stampin' Up! Have something really cool, like a mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or you know, something that you're just like, you know what, that's such a cool tool, then just get it. Like, don't hold back. Just go and get it. Don't miss out, because I have kept this little baby pretty much, I think, from when I started. So we're talking like 15, 16 years. And it's just been so handy because you do have this one here through Stampin' Up! At the moment with all the tools. Like it's got the embossing buddy and all of this sort of thing, your tweezers and everything. And it comes in a bundle. But yeah, I like to have two. So if you don't have your black one, I understand. But you can get another one of these and then have one for your black and one for your white. Just so that you're not mixing your... Although looking at this, I've got a little bit of white in there for some reason. I'll just blame Bruno because he's not here. So just make sure you get everything out of there before you put your black emboss in, because we want to tip it back into the jar, what we don't use. And I don't want specks of anything in there. I want it untainted. So let's try this. We've got our little tools that we need, and I keep them all together. And what do we need? We need a sheet of cardstock. I think we'll use this one here. And I'll also still try and look for that. Oh, found the Stampin'. Oh, good morning, Bruno Bertucci. Hopefully I didn't wake you. Did you have a nice little sleep in? Not that it's much of a sleep in, because it's now, oh no, it's almost 9 o'clock, which is actually very, very good for you. Very happy. I thought, oh, I don't want to disturb him. Just sleep soundly. You must have needed it. Oh, and your appointment with Jason is not happening this afternoon, by the way. So you can chill out, which is lovely. But I'm still going to meet up with Melinda, just so you know. Now, where's my... Oh, there it is. I'm like, where did my stamp go? And can you believe it, people? Last night, I even added water to my chamois. Who is this Kylie? Thanks, Jane. Well, I can tell Bruno Bertucci, can you resend the card template tutorial to Jane? There you go. Bruno's onto it for you, Jane. He gets things done. Yeah, 8 a.m. wake up is overrated. Absolutely. I'm like, nope, that's not happening. Although Bruno's usually up every day. What, 7:30 usually? He's up really early. I'm the sleeping one. Although it's never usually, we've got so much happening these days, it's never usually later than 8 anyway. Usually I'm up at 8. But this week I had 2 mornings where I woke up at, there was one morning where I woke up at 6 and one morning where I woke up at 6:30. It was very good. I got so much done on those days, like so much cooking. Oh, the best. I know. Where would we be? You'd be emailing me 5 more times. That's where we'd be. You'd be like, Kylie, I've asked for my card template. That's used to be what happened. And I had a lot of you that were very patient with me and still are. The things that are my responsibility, I'm like, I will get there eventually. It just takes me a long time. Or sometimes I'm just like, I've got to do it instantly because I know what I'm like. So I'm like, I've got to do that straight away because I'm totally going to forget. So I'm like one of 2 extremes. What are you making? Yeah, you know the prototype that I had, Bruno? Yeah, this is what it's turning into. It's turning into something else. And we're doing some, testing together. Because why would I just stick to the prototype that I've done already? No, we need to do some creative innovating and trial and error and compare the pairs. So currently our experiment is comparing all of our potential blacks that we have to choose from for our stamping. I was showing everyone how Secret C is in comparison to Memento Black. And I think would you say that everyone has decided that it's pretty much the same? I think we all decided that. So this was well, actually, Bruno, I'll ask you, which one do you think is the Secret C and which one is the Memento? Is it the left or the right that's the Secret C? And I'll emboss this while we're deciding which one is which. Just going to, oh, hi, Sharon. Good to see you. So everyone, Sharon is 1 recruit away from getting silver. And if she gets a silver, then her team leader will be Silver Elite. So how do we help Sharon to get a new team member this month while there's a special? That is the question. Because how exciting would that be for Jill? And I haven't actually got to ring Jill and chat to her about it all yet. But it's very exciting for you. Hello!
Why don't you try this as well?
Oh, what's that one?
I made a tuxedo.
Oh!
And I feel like it's not
Alright, well, so what did you make that from?
The tuxedo black
Yeah.
and the
Right. Yeah.
And I put tuxedo black in there.
And so is tuxedo black one of the...
It's Memento.
Oh, so you put Memento in a white... Right. Okay, let's try that one. Look at all these exciting options. Today is how black can you get your black? But looking at this so far, I mean, I really should have spent more time removing those little dotties, but with this type of project, it's not going to matter too much because it's going to look really good.
Are you doing the masking again?
Yes.
It might not work with...
Well, that's what, we want to trial it. I don't see why not, because I understand with blends, it would pull it off, like take off the embossing, like it interacts with it pretty badly. But with the water-based ink, I see no harm, because we usually do water. Remember, we did watercolor.
No, I mean embossing, because it's higher. It has height, so it might not work. But anyway.
With masking.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, with the height. Okay, we'll give it a try. And the other one that Bruno suggested was this one here, which is the Tuxedo Memento ink, Tuxedo Black, in the white, like, empty case. So let's try that one, and we'll use this as well. So
there are some things that I really like, the foam container.
Yes.
And there are some things that I don't.
Like this one.
This foam container.
Oh, I see. Yes, yes.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see how this goes.
So did you hear me that you don't have to catch up with Jason today?
Okay. That's a shame.
I said, you get to rest now. Because last night it's like, oh, I'm really tired. Which, yeah, I understand. Oh, your grandson had a baseball game. How lovely. Show us your jammies, Bruno. He's like, no way. Okay, let's compare these. Oh, this is very, yes, that's actually very good, Bruno. I think you're the winner, Sydney. Look at you go. So, this one here, Bruno has done the Tuxedo Black refill in a white foam case. And it's a lot thicker. It's kind of like that first stamping that we did here. But this one here is the Memento, done with the Memento ink style. So it just doesn't get as inky because of the sponge.
I think it's also stored upside down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And which one was the...
And this one's Secret C.
Wow.
Yeah. And then this is emboss.
The emboss is nice. Yeah, which one do you think?
I love the one you did. But I think I like the emboss.
Dark, like it.
Yeah, if you want it to really pop. Like, it is the blackest of all of them. And it is the most, like, out there. So I think if I'm doing a sentiment and you wanted to do it on basic white, which I don't often do a sentiment on basic white, but it would be lovely in the black emboss. So there we go.
What does everyone think of all the projects that we did this week?
Yeah, they were impressed with the one that we did with the members. They're like, what? Yeah, everyone was very excited.
And if you join our team this month, you get one of these.
That's our team card. Isn't that beautiful? For new team members. So go and join. You'll get a nice
and how funny with
card from us.
That's left. There's like 3 little squares of paper. Can I have the... oh, no, you can keep it until you finish, okay?
No, you can have it.
Just in case you need it again.
No, I think I'm good. I'll
just leave it for now.
I think I've tested it.
You sure?
Yeah, because otherwise I'll forget.
Okay.
If I need it again, I'll call you. But I think I'll use the embossed black.
By the way, everyone.
Yes, BT Dubs.
I used the stickers. And that looks like black, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and I covered
black.
And it says Blanc.
So you covered the basic white.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yes, I had very short hair for a while. Like, very short. It was crazy. The hairstyles of Kylie. I haven't had as many different hairstyles since I've been over here because of my curly hair. And I'm a woman of a certain age. And it's expensive now to go to the hairdresser. So I've just kind of kept it the same. But, yeah, I've got Bruno doing my colours for me, so maybe we can change up the colour a bit. Now, let me mask some of these so that we can have a bit of a play. So the masks come in the suite. They come along with the bundle. You can get them in the bundle with the dies, which is great, and the stamp set. And this is the masks here. And you can see it's really, really cool, like all the different options that you have. You don't necessarily have to use every layer because there's like 3 different layers and 3 different ways to make it pop. I think I only used 2 on this one. But yeah, let's do the 3 today just so that you can see the full gamut of options. So if we're going to do a nice pop of colour, I want something quite bright. So we could actually do like a really nice, like the Darling Duckling yellow, something like that. We could do, because I know I've got some good friends that love, she said, oh, I love yellow. We could do sort of more moody. We could do sort of Cajun Craze or something like that. We've also got, Bruno popped some Melon Mambo on my table last night. So even though I'm not a pink girl, maybe I could go for some Melon Mambo. So yeah, I think we've got quite a few beautiful colours to choose from. What am I vibing today? What are my colours today? And Chantel asks a really good question there. How long do I have to wait between finishing with one demonstrator and joining under a different one? So there's a few different options here. If you, if the demonstrator that you were joined under has dropped, then you can join with anyone straight away. If you want to rejoin with the same demonstrator, which is not your question, but if it was the same demonstrator, then it's right away. No waiting period. If it's to move to a new demonstrator, it's 90 days from when you resign. So you need to write a letter to Stampin' Up or an email and say, I'm wanting to resign. And then you'll be able to, 90 days later, which is basically 3 months later, you'll be able to join with another demonstrator. So it does take a little bit of time. And I do understand why Stampin' Up do it because, you know, we're women and we change our minds sometimes from 1 month to the next. And so it's a protection that we're not sort of jumping around all over the place and creating chaos, you know, because we are good at that at times, aren't we? We can be chaotic at times. I do understand. So we've got another one, really nice one here. So we've got some strawberry slush. We've got Pretty in Pink. We've got Berry Burst, which would be a really nice sort of dark pop colour. And even this Darling Duckling, like look at that. Oh, gorgeous. So it really is up to you, yeah, what your colour is of choice. You know your colours, you know what you enjoy. But I think today I feel like I'm vibing for a bit of yellow. I think we need a bit of sunshine and happiness, right? What does Dina Reekhouse say? Sunshine and rainbows. So it'll give us a really nice, bright, happy card. And Cheryl Miller taught me this tip here. She just stamps her block into the ink just so that it preserves the ink and you're not grabbing straight from the ink pad. You can, it's no problem, but it's just going to disturb where the ink is, and it can end up, the next time you use it, it can end up just creating a little bit of like a missing bit of ink from that spot where you grab it. I'm like, what's the technical term? A bit of missing ink. Displaced ink. So this is a great way. And you actually get a lot, like it's a lot more prominent, the colour. So I just like to wipe off a little bit. And then you can just come onto your mask. So come over here on your mask and then onto your flower. Because you can always go darker, but you can't go lighter. And you want that when you're using the blend, these blending brushes, you want the colour to not be heavy-handed. Because if you go straight from here onto there, you're going to end up it not looking smooth, and yeah, it just doesn't have a very nice smooth, textured look to it. So that looks great, doesn't it? We don't want to go too strong because we're going to bring in some more colours with this same colour. You can mix up the colours if you want to, but Bruno and I have both agreed that using the same colour is really good. So this is on the black emboss, and I stinking love it. I really, really love that. So I can highly recommend using the embossing with the masks. It's fantastic. And please keep requesting Stampin' Up! Bring out these masks. As soon as I saw this suite, it actually is what sold me. Masks are fantastic for really beautiful looking layered amazing projects with very minimal fuss. It just gives a really nice look, and you'll see at the end of what we do today just the impact that the masks have. And it's something that you can't get from colouring. It's a different thing altogether to using blends. It's a different thing altogether to stamping. It's just next level. I absolutely adore masks, and Stampin' Up! Cannot bring out enough of them. Please more, please more. It's getting to the point where it's like, you know how some of you feel about snipping? Like, that's how I feel about like an outlined stamp. I want a mask to go with it. Give me a mask for every stamp set that's an outline. Is that a good chant? Do you think that'll go down well? So let us get this last one here, and you just line it up. I just eyeball. I don't really fully know where it goes, but what I do know is when it doesn't fit, it's like a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. You're like, no, that doesn't look right there. Or, yep, that looks right there. So I think looking at this, oh yes, I think we're getting closer to the spot, I feel, because that's sort of hugging all of these items here, hugging all of them. That's sitting nicely. That sits on the curve behind that flower petal. Yeah, that looks really good there. And then that hugs that little line there. That goes along there like that. I think that looks really good in that spot. So you don't have to be too fussy, but just take your time just to make sure that, you don't want this piece over here to be off the flower. That's the main thing. Now we'll just grab a little bit more ink. Normally I don't use it all, but this is great having this. I'll just do a little bit on that edge. You don't have to, stamp your whole block because you don't want to waste the ink. And that looks great there. With these smaller layered items, you don't really have to come off and then go in because you want them to be quite dark. And they're so small anyway that it's not really going to come through that you've been heavy-handed. Okay, ready for the piece of resistance? Ta-da! Check it out, people. Wow. What do you think? Isn't that beautiful? Just the complexity, the different layer, and that's all using the same color ink on top of each other. It's just, I love, love, love the masks. They're a winner chicken dinner. Now I'm going to wipe that down, and then we'll do some garden green. And even the mossy meadow would look really lovely with this as well. Just a little bit darker. But because we're doing like a bright, happy, fun card, what actually would look really nice is Old Olive. Old Olive is a very It's just a very happy one. Also, Granny Apple Green. Granny Apple Green can just be a little bit too vibrant sometimes. Anyway, we'll have a little look and see the two of them. And you've also got the Shy Shamrock as well, which, or even Shaded Spruce. So there's a lot of different greens here that you can play with. Let's do, oh yeah, we've got this one here. So I think looking at this flower, I may even end up using Shaded Spruce actually. Let's have a little look at that one. Oh, that needs a re-ink badly. It's been a little while since I've used Shaded Spruce, to be honest. That's a really pretty colour. So let's just grab that and do a little play here. So you can see when you go straight on how it looks. It's like oh, clumpy and not smooth. So yeah, it's good to come off. And then I just use some scratch paper to take off any excess. And yes, I use the same block, the same brush, I should say. So let's have a look at Granny. Good old Granny. Another one that's dry. Let's pull out my re-inkers now and put them on the table, because otherwise I'm gonna forget, because I know my brain and my brain knows me. Well, does it? I don't know if it does. Okay, so this is Granny. Nice. I really like that one. It's got a little bit of Shaded Spruce still in it, but I get the idea. I'll make sure I wipe it off. I think I'm actually vibing Granny already, because I think this will be a little bit too autumnal for this card. I want it more. And I think even with the, because of the layers, it would probably have been nice to use the Daffodil Delight to make it more bright and summery. This has kind of got like a mustardy, like Cajun craze look to it. Tissue. Do we need Old Olive? Oh, it seems to be okay. Yeah, take off that. I think it was on the edge that the other one was sitting on. And this is the Old Olive. So yeah, it's a lot darker. So I think, surprisingly, I feel like the Granny Apple Green is our winner. I really like that. So it's good just to spend some time just to see how it's going to look and have a bit of a play. Like, enjoy the process of creating and making decisions. Because sometimes, particularly if you are an indecisive person with your crafting, which, you know, a lot of us do get a little bit in our head. We're like, oh, what colour am I going to use? I don't know. There's too many choices. And then that gets quite overwhelming, which can prevent us from moving forward. So we've got Shaded Spruce. Oh, I don't think we ended up using the Shy Shamrock, did we? Let's have a look at Shy Shamrock. Oh yeah, look at that. I think this is pretty similar to the Shaded Spruce tone though. I feel like it's got the same vibe. We'll put it next to it. Yeah. It's a little bit... very similar. Shaded Spruce and Shy Shamrock. Unless I did Shy Shamrock and not Shaded Spruce, that would be funny. I'll do this again just in case. Oh no, it was this one because there's no ink in it. I'm like, did I just do the same thing twice? It would not surprise me, everyone. You'll see me on the video. No, you used that already. So we need our... The old olive was good, but we definitely need pecan, misty, berry. Let's see what re-inkers I've got here. It'll be the one that I literally can't find. It's always the way, isn't it? Ooh, what's this one? No, that's garden green. I got very excited then. No, okay, it might be in the other drawer because I do have 2 drawers. Oh, there we go. We found one. Here's all my re-inkers there, ready to go. It's good to have them on hand. So that could be a good thing to add to your starter kit if you're looking for, what do I need? What's something I could get? And then Granny Apple, and I think they were the only 2, weren't they? The other 2 seem to be okay. I'll find out next time. When I go to use it next time, I'll be like, oh no, it was you all along. And so you just pour it in and just watch how it soaks in, and you'll know whether you need some more. See how this is pooling a little bit in this area? Then that means, yeah, you're good in that area. So it's more towards the edge here that it seems to be, you know, once it starts pooling, then you know you're okay in that area. Because, yeah, it's weird. Certain areas are really, like, thirsty. Look at that. It just keeps lapping it up. Okay, now it's going a bit slower. So usually the edges, I find, are the bits that dry up the quickest. But you can see in this spot here, it's really like... and you know where the areas are that still need a bit of ink then, because it disappears really quickly. Whereas this area here seems to be quite happy. Yep, that looks good. So you just don't want to over ink. If you do over ink, it's okay. You'll see it will pull, and you can sort of move it to other areas before you add more ink. And I like to use my blocks, the bone folder, just to smush it all in and make that really all even. That was the word that I was looking for. It makes your ink pad unevenly inked. It's unevenly inked. So there we go. So that one's nice and refilled. And then we'll do, and now we've already got the colour here ready to go. And then with our shaded spruce, same thing. And it's good to do this, like, as you're crafting, even though it's frustrating, you're like, oh, I've got to do that. Just do it straight away. Like, make it part of the fun of crafting, to look after your tools and look after your ink pads. You don't want them to get to the point where they dry out, or they, you know, that maybe they'll end up with like a mold on it or something like that if you don't keep them in good nick. You're just going to get more life out of them when you look after them. And then we just, again, smushy, smushy, wee. And it's good that at least we're using this one, so we're not going to be wasting that ink, whereas, you know, sadly this is not going to get used unless we put it on another. I'll keep it here and we can put it on another flower so it can be used for something else. I mean, if you're crafting, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to use that one for something else. Good. And that's what happens when you re-ink. You get ink on you. Be ready for it. Okay, so what we need to do, I'll pop those over that side. We'll make sure that this is scratch papered, and then as much as we can get off comes off. Just check your sides. I always like to go like right on the edge as well, because it could be something just pooling around there, but that looks good. And then we'll grab our 2 layers. I like to start with the bigger one first, like the more open one, and then layer after that. So we do this one here. Just take your time lining it all up, making sure that every little piece is happy there. That looks really good. There's no, all the stems are happy. And then we go from here. We grab some of this, like so. You could probably grab it before you line it up so that you've got two hands. So on the scratch paper, I just like to just do like a little dabby dab. And then again, off on the side there, and then in. Just so that you've got more control. And you can stick this down. So you saw it, I had a bit of movement there, but I can bring it back in again, which is fine. But yeah, try not to go too heavy-handed on this one, because you're going to layer over the top. That's beautiful. And for some reason, I think Stampin' Up, they couldn't cut this piece here, because if they cut that piece there, I think, yeah, it probably would have opened up too much. It would have been too flimsy. So if for whatever reason you don't like that little spot there, you can just use a blend to bring that in. Even what is actually really good, and we don't use them enough. In fact, I don't even know where mine are at the moment. Oh, yes, I did find them. But it's this great guy here. We don't use them enough, and they're fantastic. They're called Blender Pen. And I think they're still available on the Stampin' Up store. But these I have had for, I reckon, 15 years. And you just grab a little bit of ink from your, what you've already got there. Just wipe it off a little bit. And then come in with that colour, like so. And basically it's water-based because you're using, like, because if I come in with a blend, particularly on this being a black emboss, it's not going to match that very well, because it does pull up the ink. And these here, you can use any colour, and you can see it's stained a little bit with a green that I used previously, but you just use them over and over again. And I think they come in a pack of 3, and you have 2 ends, and one's a little bit more, yeah, I think they're both the same. Yeah. So let me see if they're still available, because they're just one of those little sort of secret entities that not a lot of people know about and not a lot of people use. But in this particular situation, it's perfect. So let's look together. I'll share my screen with you all. So we click on shop, and then we go over here. What? You only pay $60 and you get $235 of any product you want. Amazing. Take advantage of it, people. Now, what's it called? Blender Pen. I'll just put Blender, see what comes up. Here they are. Here's your friends. So if you've never got these, they come in a set of 3. And literally, I've had mine for over a decade. So they're really, like, I know you look at it and go, oh, $25 for what? But this is like literally you now have every single colour. Like if you're wanting to save money, this is every single colour in a pen form, because you just use a little bit of ink, and then you saw what I did. You just bring it on. It doesn't colour like the blends colour, but you definitely can colour well with these. I'll give you a little demonstration over here as well, because we've got some more ink to play with. So we got this one here, and you just grab your ink, and you can see here it pulls quite a bit on. So you just want to sort of take a little bit of that off to have more control. Or what you can do is just start off with the darker areas, like so, until you sort of see that it's not as dark as what it was when you started. And then you can go in with the rest. And so you can see it doesn't colour quite as well as a blend. Like that's not going to blend in. It's got sort of like a scratchy sort of feel to it. But if you get used to like how it runs out, how you use it, how much you need for each section, you can utilize these really, really well. And they're a cost-effective way of getting color, and any color you want. And you just wipe this, and I'll show you an example. Has anyone not seen the blender pens before? Like, is this a new thing for you? Hopefully I'm introducing you to something you hadn't seen before. So yeah, you don't have as much control, but I think you could get, like, the more you use this, you could get quite confident in how it works and how you can use this to your advantage. And it kind of has, to me, it's almost like kind of like, you know, remember when we had those chalks? Was it chalk that we used back in the day? To me, it has that kind of feel to it. But yeah, that's the blender pens. And you can see here, okay, I've wiped this off and now it's clear. And it goes clear really quickly. And then if I pick up this next colour, the Granny Apple, you can actually see, like, there's none of that residue of the old one on there. And so you just keep using literally the same pens over and over again for decades. So it's a really good idea to get them. Just a little I digress moment, which, you know, you're all used to with me, right? I'm just enabling you all. I'm an enabler to buy craft. Hey, that was pretty good. Okay. Don't give up your day job, Kylie. There we go. Now, we've got our blending spongy. And we're going to use that same colour. Note to self, pick up your colour first, then line up your mask. Lined up mask. Check. And then just come in with this extra layer. And you don't have to go too dark with this. You could just, yeah, you really can, you know, open it back up and just see how much you want on there. Oh, look at that. Oh, come on, we need lots of likes for this. This needs lots of likes, this flower. Isn't that beautiful? So you can see, yeah, it's very, a little bit rudimentary, but I think if you got used to how the colour works, you could definitely make it work for you. And it's a lot more cost effective to have those the blender pens. Do you like that? Blender. This is like blending brushes, blends, and blender pens. Just so that you're not getting confused between all of these different blend type items. Now, while we're here, we'll just get a bit of scratch paper. And you can also use your chamois, actually. Your chamois would be really good for this because using the baby wipe, it gets caught on some of these pieces here. So let's try it with our chamois, which I actually went last night. Hello, Brenton Gully. Good to see you. I said gully. Sorry, golly. Oh, that's much better. And it's not, because that can have little pieces here that you could damage without even realizing. So definitely use your chamois for the cleanup. And it's so much better. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. And it just comes off so much better. And it's good to do all these things now, like once you're finished with it. You know, do it right away. These are all the things that really help us to have a tidy craft room. And I'm no clean crafter, that's for sure. I pull things out. I have everything left out. But if you do this, I know for me, it really, really helps. So that's another little piece that you just have to be mindful of, that one there. And our last one, just slowly over the top. Because you don't want to pull up any of the mask and damage it. Fantastic. And then all of these, they go together in a envelope that Bruno has purchased from probably Amazon with a label, and then they're all together happy family. So all of those things are very important for your crafting enjoyment. And I think I will take this off. You ready? Watch what happens. Thank you, chamois. And it looks terrible, doesn't it? But so for some reason, it just works, people. Trust the process. And see all my hands. Again, you can just grab the chamois and just give your hand a bit of a chamois. Nope, that did nothing. That helped no one or nothing. It helps my blocks though, but not my fingers. I think this is like baby wipe territory. And if there's some on your desk, thank you, chamois. Good. Now, I think it's Beveragino time, everyone.
Did someone say Beveragino?
They absolutely did. What bev are you having, everyone?
Beveragino.
Oh, nothing like a good water to clear the throat. Good. I need my chamois back again because we just need to wipe this guy down. Make sure that he's happy. Yes. And we'll pop that back in the stamp case. And then we'll start to compile our little friend here. What sentiment are we going to use? I think thankful for you, friend. Because that's gorgeous. And I'll get a smaller block. Still waiting for your coffee. And tell you what, Sarah, you got a very good husband there. Sarah's husband used to be a chef. Now he's a truck driver. And the other night, he made her the most amazing gourmet meal. I was like, are you kidding me right now? And he's like, yes. And I served it on a bit of whatever it was. And I was like, wow, that is incredible. So yeah, don't use the chamois on your hands, everyone. Look how much ink I've got on here now. Look at this one. It transfers to skin, everyone. But don't worry, it is water-based, so it will all come off in due time. I wonder if someone has like a probably alcohol sanitizer would probably remove a lot of this straight away, wouldn't it? You know what probably would do it, and it's a lot softer for the skin so that you don't wreck it, is the mist, Stampin' mist. Has anyone tried this on your hands? I doubt it's like recommended, but ooh, I do feel that that is actually taking a lot off. Yes, there you go, peeps. I'll tell you if I blow up and go red later on today. My members will watch my hands go, oh no. He cooked you tea. That's hilarious. That's good. That's much better. What does it say? Keep out of yeah, that's right, do the dishes. I did all my dishes last night as well. Who is this person? I've been cooking up a storm ready for our visitors because I just thought I really want to enjoy my time with them, but I also want them to eat gourmet food. We all want fancy food, but I don't want to be in the kitchen the entire time. I want to be hanging out with Jessie and spending time with them and anything that helps me have less dishes as well. So I crumbed a whole lot of chicken schnitzels. That's much better. Thank you. Little, what does it say here about being near? Not intended for child use. Do not ingest and avoid contact with eyes. Choking hazard. But it doesn't say, you know, don't touch with skin. It's not like one of those things like avoid the skin. But, you know, I can't imagine it being very good to use all the time. Yeah, hand sanitizer. Okay, where are we? We're going to be doing some Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I didn't have to get up because I moved it over last night. I'm loving Past Kylie. Can I just say, Past Kylie, I'm really proud of you. Future Kylie thanks you for all of your service that you gave her today. She's so happy that you thought ahead and acknowledged that even though you thought you would get everything done and you would wake up early and be able to get yourself organised, you knew that this was not going to happen. You knew the truth of the matter. And the truth was you're going to get up late, run around like a mad woman, and you needed it all to be organised ahead of time. Well done, Past Kylie. You knew Future Kylie very well. I'm going to snippy snip snip. And if you have some sort of washi or tape or something like that, then that will come in very handy. Oh, we got a new team member just before we went live. Who's our new team member? At 10 to 8. Kay! Welcome, Kay. Yay! Kay's our number 20. Number 20. 2020. Yay, we reached our goal and we're at the 17th of October. So everything beyond here is bonus. So I think if we've done 20 by the 17th, what if I push it? What if we make it real? Like, what goal should we do? You know what? I'm going to go for 30. Let's do 30, everyone. 30 in our direct team, because the thing with goals, like we can go above and beyond, right? We can go, well, I did 20 up until the 17th. So what would be a reasonable thing to say for the rest of the months? we could be reasonable, right? I could say, in my head, I'm like, maybe we can do 25. But I think 30 is actually, like, I think we could get another 10 before the end of this month. Yay, we met a goal. So exciting to have goals, because without goals, what are we? We're goalless. Without Ruth, we're ruthless. And if you're not ruthless, you're Ruth. I love that Michael McIntyre episode. Look at this. Oh, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Now, the thing with what I was saying before, because this paper is quite busy, if we do the diagonal cut, we're going to give a little bit of space here for this to really pop. So what I'll do is we'll stick this down. I am going to do that diagonal cut. Let me just forward this email to make sure that Kay gets a really nice welcome straight away, because we love to send an email and a welcome. Oh, we had another team member. Kim! Kim! Kimmy! And I think Kim has been a demonstrator with our team in the past. So we're getting a few returnees, which is lovely. We love to see crazy crafters return. Yes! 2023, she was a team member. Oh, so happy to have you back, Kimmy. I was like, I know that name. That's a name I've seen before. So let's send Kim an email as well, and she'll get a little gift from us in the email. Our video class bundle of the month that we send to our team members. So this one here, all of our customers that spend this month and our new team members receive this as a gift. Hello, Brenda Bertucci.
Hi.
We had 2 new team members.
So,
How can I help you?
just wanted to get the paper so that I could cut the paper for our new team members.
Oh, how lovely. Going to make new cards for them.
This is what we have left.
So good.
I think there's another packet somewhere, but I don't know.
Oh, that's so lovely. It's so good to have them return with us, because I think Kay, I'm pretty sure Kay was a demo in the past as well, which is just lovely.
Can I have the new team member card?
Oh, I don't think she was.
Who?
Oh, yes, here she. Yeah. Back in 2020, team member. What did you need? The card. Oh, yeah. So that's very exciting. I love it when we see ones come back, because, you know, sometimes you're like, okay, well, like even Caitlin here. Caitlin was planning her wedding and she was very busy and she had some expenses, obviously, and time that she needed to put into the wedding. And so how long were you not a crazy crafter for, Caitlin? I think it was a year, wasn't it? Or longer, maybe a year. It felt like a year. Felt like 4 years, because we missed you. But yeah, things happen, and then the cool thing is when a special comes up like this, it's too good to not do. Like, even if you don't do anything with it, you've got yourself $175 of product for free. But we know that there's new catalogs. There's so many things that you're going to want in this new annual catalog coming out in the new mini. So why wouldn't you? Why not get yourself joined so you can get the discount? I love Sarah. Can I have one of yours? No. She asked me that the other night. Can I have one of yours? You've got to ask your own people. They're my people. have a weekly live video. Or go and do some market. I did markets for ages and craft classes in my home, and it's so lovely when you meet your people. It's really nice. Wonderful. 2023. Oh, wow. Yeah, we really missed you as well. It's lovely to have you back and part of it all. And with all our Zooms too, hopefully you can make one of our Crazy Crafters Zoom events, because we've been doing them, every week, which is very exciting. Now, let's do a choppy chop here. Please, friends near me. You can't spruik on my channel, Sarah. Get your own channel to spruik on. I can say that in jest with Sarah because, you know, we've got a good relationship. Now, you could have actually done it, like I've done it to the corner, but you could do it even off angle. You don't necessarily need to do corner to corner. You could do like from the edge here to the edge here. Like it doesn't have to be direct. But yeah, it's Pretty Peacock, Chantel. I love Pretty Peacock. So we're going to stick it down on here. Now, just have a look here. We're going to emboss this section down below. This bit here, absolutely gorgeous. But look at how this gives this room to breathe, and it allows this to really shine when it has this piece here blank. Whereas before, like you put it on here, and yeah, it's still beautiful, but it just has this like it's fighting the background. And what you can also do, which is quite fun with these type of cards, if you cut, you know, a little bit off each edge, you can create that centerpiece that's, you know, like an open piece there. And that also gives it a little bit of a break in the pattern, which just for the eye enables you to just, yeah, give it space. I don't know what it does. It's just like it needs grounding. But if you just have the pattern, sometimes it can be just like a bit too much for the eye to center it nicely and let that pop. And, you know, even if you do something like this, I've seen where you have your flower to the edge here, and then you can get something like, I don't know if this would fit, but yeah, you could probably get, you know, a different stamp set. I mean, this one here says "and thanks," and if you took away the "and" just put "thanks," you know, you can stamp that so that like cover the "and" and just have "thanks" there, and that would be a really, really beautiful card too. Even if you did it like centered, like that, and then just have your "thanks" there. Something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of different ideas that you can go with this. Yeah, just some little ideas that can get your creative thinking going. Now, the other thing I want to try with this is we'll do the embossing, and we'll see what that looks like as well. Again, just so that you can visualize and see what you like, because it's the best way to find out if you like something, and that's to try it. Rather than thinking, I wonder if this would look okay. Just, you know, make it happen, and then you will know, yay or nay, whether it is the right decision to make. Now, this is 3D, so we need to follow our instructions, which is number 1 and number 4. is 3D. So we'll pop that in there. And just, you know, you don't want to necessarily line it up like absolutely spot on, but you don't really want it to be crooked. So I want that to sit, you know, as straight as it can. There we go. Let's have a look and see what this looks like on our project. So that's the Forever Plan. I wonder if that one's actually Last Chance. I'll have a little look. Forever. Oops, not forever. That's what happens when you're using one hand. There it is. Oh, good. Yeah, it's staying around. Really good embossing folder, that one. Add to cart. Add to starter kit. Because why wouldn't you? It's amazing. So yeah, that's that one. Let's have a little look here. So I'll pop everything back on my .3D plate I've just popped back in my trolley, and then that can all go back on there, which is great. And that way it's ready to go for next time. How well does it go with this? Oh my goodness, it's like meant to be. Meant to be. And even though we've embossed the whole thing, I actually think it looks quite, I was a bit worried how it would look with this layering behind being embossed, but I actually really like it. Oh, stunza. Yes, yes, yes. It's a winner, everyone. It's a winner. We're definitely going for this look, right? Now, the only thing that I'm thinking would be like an added piece of resistance. We can add like a little strip of cardstock behind here. And I think it would be really nice to, we could either just do the basic black, but we could also bring in a little bit of Darling Duckling. Because that would be Darling Duckling. Now, this one here I think is Daffodil. What colour is that one? I think that's Crushed Curry, actually. Don't know if we've got a scrap of the Darling Duckling. Oh, I think this might be Darling Duckling here. Yes. And then we'll also get basic black. What piece have I got here that I can use? That one's a good one. And all we're going to do, it's very technical to be able to get the diagonal, but we're going to cut it the same size, which was the 9.8, because remember we did the, well, if you've got the card templates, it's the Melon Mambo size. What was the other side? Where's my little card templates sheet? I think I put it over here. No. Oh, yeah, there it is. Good. So we cut that down. Yep. And then what we can do, I'll do it on the other one as well, just so that we can compare. And this is another really good thing too with the template. So see this one here, if you cut it like this, it's going to show you how much wastage you're going to have, right? But all you need to do is cut like this, and look, you can get two. Like, it's just one little change can save your paper. So having the card templates cut out is actually really good visually for you to be able to make the most of your cardstock. Not just for your card base, but every cut you make. Now, from here, if we just grab our piece, So we can actually do something like this, right? So I've got it just eyeballed. With diagonal, it's very hard to get the measurements correct. You're actually better off just doing an eyeball cut. Now, what we could do, we could have a layer of the daffodil and then the basic black. But I think it actually would be really nice if we had a layer of the basic black just at the side here, and then a little bit of the darling duckling. So let's just see what that looks like, because we can always cut the darling duckling down if we decide not to use the black. So I'm just eyeballing here, and what I can see is if I line up the little corner pieces with that edge of that just before it meets the main template on both edge. And that's just going to give it a really tiny little slither. I'm going to burnish it first. Actually, I'll move that out of the way because that feels a little bit thick. Yeah, that's better. And then we can cut that like so. And it's just a tiny little slither, right? It almost feels like, is it worth it? But let's have a little look on the project here and see the difference it makes. So we've got it like this and like this. And look at that. Like, I just think that looks so spectacular. And you could very easily, if you don't want to waste all the cardstock behind here, because we're not going to use all of this, so we can easily just come in here along the edge, and as long as you've got enough that you can glue down on, it doesn't have to be really skimpy, but at least you've got a little bit of more cardstock here that you're using that can be used for our sentiment, and then that can then stick down behind here like so. You're not using an entire sheet of cardstock behind there, which is really good. We can just stick that down. Now let's just have a little look here what it looks like. And even that look, oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. Look at that with that. And then the flower like that. Should we change our mind, everyone? Oh, that's so pretty. What do you think? Let's emboss that and see what we think. We can compare the pair. Because that's what I love to do. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I would not have thought of using the that coloured cardstock like that, but it's very, very pretty. It took my breath away. That's perfect, Sarah. You can totally do that with the card templates. You don't have to have all the colours, because we get some people message us and say, I don't have all the colours, like what should I do? All of mine actually used to all be mint macaron before I sort of decided to label the layers. And the reason why I labeled the layers in the colours meant that we could keep adding, more layers to it. And because if we had layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, it just, that in itself confuses people too. I think even having the colours can sometimes confuse people. But once you figure them out and you work out, it's just basically naming them. Like, what else could you name a layer? Like, you could name them animal names or something, but even then that people will be like, why is she talking about animals while she's crafting? I think no matter what, it was going to confuse people. So yeah, that's why I named them after colours. So do we like this? I really like this. I'm very happy. And then we can just do a little bit of sponging just to make that embossing pop there. And don't forget, we've got a really nice edge. Oh, actually, that's going to be the edge, isn't it? So it will go like that with a little bit of the pop of the colour behind. That's actually really lovely. And then that. Yes, I really like it. But, if you like the white better, of course, go for that. It's very crisp and clean. But I really like it. I think it's nice to bring in the colours. And then we'll do this. Where's our sponge? There it is. And so what I'm going to do here, where's my little scratch piece? Oh, there it is. I'm like, I know you're here. I literally saw you. Just want to rub a little bit there. Well, we only need the bottom section, but yeah. Just wanted to see how strong it was. Just for a little bit of like pop. Oops. And you don't think it's doing anything, but let me show you the difference between the part that we do and the part that we haven't done. So you can see here, it just gives it that little bit more lift and just helps the texture really pop off the page a lot more. And this is where you can even grab a bit more color just for along the edge and just bring in that color. So it looks sort of raising up along the edge there. And that's a really nice way to add texture and depth to your card as well. There we go. Look at that. Perfecto mundo. So now we can stick them all down and we'll get our sentiment in our basic black. We might even use some basic white, hey? So first thing I'll do is stick this down. Just make sure that you're sticking it the right way. That would be something I get wrong. So let's just make sure that would be the easiest way to do it. Yes. Take your time to line that up in the edge. Wonderful. And then we need this to go onto there, so we'll just pop some Tombow on there. Oh, I did it the same size, that's right. So we'll do another layer behind here, which is good because I really was like, oh, I wanted the basic white layer. Good. And then we'll get, actually I'll use that piece, which was actually for the inside of the card. That's the Poppy Parade size. Ooh, yes, that looks really good. So we've got lots of layers happening here, but I think it's worth it, personally. So it's just a slither of that basic white that's going to be showing. A couple of millimeters or a couple of, like a 1/16 of an inch. And it's not going to be absolutely spot on because of the embossing. Like this will be slightly larger down the bottom here because it does shrink it a little bit. So that's going to go on there. Yes. And then we'll do wonderful. So gorgeous. And then if we do our thankful for you friend here, so we can sort of aim where we want our sentiment to go. Our flower can go there and then the sentiment can go there. So we'll just do some embossing on that. And we've got our Versamark. Totally. You can make whatever colour you make the flower is whatever you could pop on the bottom here. And yeah, the possibilities are endless because you can use different paper, you can match the paper. There's so many great ways of using this. Now you can totally do the white cardstock with the black emboss, which would look really hot as well. But I am a lover of black with white emboss. It is something I really love. And I think it just will really pop on this project. May as well use my tweezers. Saves burning my hands all the time. Beautiful. Now you can totally use a die if you wanted to use a die to cut out your sentiment. There's a lot of beautiful sentiments, but because I want the flower to be the hero and I don't want to sort of, take too much away, what I'll do is do some snipping. I've got my little tray all organised. Good job, little one. And I've got all my ink pads here that I pulled out, all in a pile, ready to go back into my cupboard. Look at that. They can just sit there nicely rather than being all spread out. Very good. We'll wipe that one. That one can come here. Okay. Let us do some snippy snips. There we go. Happy days. And so we can have that stuck down there. But we could even like have that little leaf sitting behind. Because I think that, yeah, that sort of can sit up on there. They can both be sitting on dimensionals. I really like that. Excellent. Lock it in, Kylie. Locked in. Ah, I'm sure there's another open one somewhere. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. I'm sure I had some edges there that I need to use first. Because edges are important too. Just chop them all up and then you're more likely to use them then. Yes, I agree, Natalie. Like a really nice, yep, pink or, yeah, whatever colours that you'd like to use. Like all of these colours here that I pulled out. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Like your berry burst, pretty and pink, strawberry slush, melon, like so gorgeous. All of them would just look so good. You could even go for, like I did the prototype. This is the prototype for today. Do you like what we start with and what we end with? And this sums up Kylie. This is Kylie doing a class on this. This is what it ends up becoming. No wonder Bruno walked in and went, what card are you actually doing? What's happening here? I thought you had a card already made. We turned this card on its head. We're like, thank you for your amazing ideas, but we're going to change you completely. And it's our prerogative. So with these type of flower type cards, I love doing this sort of, yeah, bit of textural grunging around the edging. So you don't have to necessarily do like the whole thing cut down, which is really a nice look. Just feels a little bit more textural and natural glow. Okay, so I think if we go somewhere like that, yes. Stanza. And which embellies are we going to use? I'm screaming matte black dots. That's what I'm vibing in my head. Ooh, look what we have here actually. We've got our sequins that come in this suite. And what we could do here is some of these beautiful white ones. Let's do that, because that will go really nice. Like if we go onto this black area here, but it's going to look really good on there as well. But definitely, my other one would definitely be these. Like, gorgeous. So they're just the basic neutral matte dots. And they're always available. So they're a great opportunity as well. But we use the ones that come in the suite. And remember, this is last chance products. So if you haven't got yourself these products, you better go get them now before they go forever. Gone. And then you'll be crying. Why didn't I get it? When we did it with the craft class with the team the other night, Tuesday night, there was a few that were like, what is this? What is this sweet? And why do I not have it? I think it may have been an online exclusive. I need Stampin' Up to, actually I have to sandbox that, but I need Stampin' Up to put in our online store where it comes from. I just think it's really important for our sanity, so that we can be like, What catalogue was that in? Where's that from? Just so that we can name it. And then we can check to see if we have it or not. Yeah. Because sometimes when it's an online exclusive, I know there's a lot of you that maybe like to collect what's in the catalogues. And if you aren't aware or someone hasn't pointed out an online exclusive to you, it can be very easy to miss something important. And that's why it's very important to go over to the website and check it out regularly, especially the online exclusives. I love it, Chantal. I like this one better than the prototype. I think I do too. I really like both of them. They're just very different cards, aren't they? They've turned out very differently. They've become their own person. You've grown up, become a teenager. Now we're doing the inside of the card because it matters, people. And if you do it right away, as soon as you've made the card, unlike Bruno, don't do like what Bruno does. Look at that. Yes, we'll put that on the inside so then that won't get wasted. Because look how beautiful that looks. And we can do a little bit of sponging on here. There's probably a little bit of the Darling Duckling left over in October. Oh, it's October. Jojoba left over in October. Look at that. Even that would look amazing on the front cover. That could have been another way to sort of do a more subtle look rather than if you don't really go for the Darling Duckling, like you think it's too intense, then that could have been a really great way to bring in that colour behind. But I really like, I'm very bold though. I know some of you may not be as bold, but if you wanted more subtle, that's another thing that you could do with this as well. And we'll stick that down. Even this side, actually. Let's have a look at this side. Because we've always got to compare the pair, don't we? We've always got to check it. I put this back in the drawer with a sentiment on there. What is going on, Kylie Bertucci? I think it's time for a Beveragino. I think it's time for a coffee. Remember, before you hold it, pick up the ink first, then come in. Now, I'll just take a little bit off because we don't want too much to go on all at once. Softly, softly. But by using this side of the embossing folder, you're actually going to get more of the ink showing. So both sides will have a different look to it. And then this way I can show you both sides. And then you can decide which one you like. And I will do the edges as well because I think that looked really good doing the edges. So just pick up a little bit of ink. And you just come in with your brush and brush those edges there. Amazing. Isn't it cool what you can do with just some ink and embossing? Look at the subtle, that's the subtle side. Boom. That's the not so subtle side. But it's definitely more subtle than the cardstock. So, yeah, whatever you prefer. You've seen all the choices now. Now go and make your baby your own. Go and make it your own. Fly, my little ones, fly. I'm reminding myself of Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Fly, my babies, fly. Okay. Oh, I got a bit of glue on there. Did a little bit of flick in the corner. I've got a baby wipe here that I can wipe my hand on because I don't want sticky glue on me. And there we have it. Look, even the inside's so pretty. Oh, that was so much fun. I had so much innovation in me. I got the innovation in me. Forever plaid. Plaid. Isn't that amazing? Love this one. It's so me. It's so geometric. Geometric and amazing. So there we go. What did you think, everyone, of our free craft class? If you love free and you loved a class, please, please, please share our channel. We cannot thank those enough who share our channel and who like and subscribe because, you know, we're doing free things for you. So that's all we ask. If you like our free classes and you want them to keep going, then all we ask is that you can just, do a little like there for us and a follow. And, if you can subscribe, that'd be great. And that helps our channel to keep growing. It introduces new people to crafting, and it helps us grow our amazing community so that we can all hang out together here. Isn't it fun hanging out together? Yes, I love it. So would you know that those two cards were inspired of one another? No, we would not, would we? We would have no idea that they ever went together, that they ever had anything to do with each other. Very, very happy. So definitely run, don't walk. For those of you that are thinking about joining, this would be a great suite to add to your collection. And if I go over to our shopping cart, so let me share the screen with you. Lovely. Let's have a look at Lovely Garden. So you can see here, yes, it is going. Where? So it's $166.75 for this suite. Now, you can choose $235 of anything you want. You're only going to pay $60. So just to put this in perspective for you, let me actually show you exactly what this means, okay? So if we do the math, 165, it's 166.75, we can spend up to $235, right, on anything you want. So you could add this to your joining kit and you would still have $68.25 to spend. And how much are you paying for all of that product? For $235 worth of product, you are paying $60. You know what you also get? So let's just we'll add that to our cart. I want you to visualize this. And then let's go over here. Let's go back and we'll look for something that's $68. So what have we got around here? That's all right. There's a scrapbooking florals crafts. Okay, that's $67. Still a little bit less, but this will give you an idea. So then we go over to our cart, right? We'll open up our cart. Let's check out how much is shipping going to be. Shipping is going to be like a whole other thing. I don't know if I've got let's do a guest checkout. We'll just do a random email here. I don't know if that will let me. Still exists. Let's do that one. It's so good now. I do like that it has all this, but it's so annoying. But don't check out as a guest if you're shopping with us, because we give lots of really nice cards. And what do you mean that exists? Come on. Let's just make something up here. Let's just do 4. No, let's go back. We need to go back and check out as a guest. We'll do that one that I just did, but then go 4. It doesn't even exist, but that's okay. It won't know it. Just so you can see postage. This is what I want to show you. Okay, so it's $14.03 for postage, okay? Don't check out as a guest with us because you won't get cards and all sorts of things. So you want to check out the right way. You'll want to log in because it makes a difference. But I'm showing you this just to help you understand that when you join, not only do you only pay $60 for all of this, but you also don't have any shipping. So you're saving like $15 probably if we went to the $235, or maybe, yeah, probably $14.50 maybe. But you know, you can pay this or you can pay $60. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you, everyone. And go in your market and check it out. You can pay for this suite in full, or you can pay the special price. I think in the US it's $35 to join. But yeah, $60 is all you'll pay for this exact same product. Hopefully I'm being very clear. Can you hear me on my soapbox? I'm on my soapbox, everyone. I'm like, come on, people. This is such a good deal. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. It's just so fantastic to get that deal. $60 is all you pay. Free postage, $235 of any product you want. It's a no-brainer. If you love craft, you'll join this month. And we've got a new goal to get to 30. So we need 9 new team members by the end of the month. Come on, 9 new team members. So here we go. Let's take a picture of this. How cute is it? Oh, love it. Shop it. Yay! So good. Look at that. Who would know that these were based on the same card? Totally different card now, isn't it? Yay! Thank you all very, very much for being here. Thank you for all the likes. I see 29 likes now. So if you haven't liked yet, please like, please subscribe, please share, let others know about our channel and how much fun we have in this community of amazing stampers. And for all of you that are our beautiful members, we appreciate you so much. We're about to go live. If you give me half an hour, that would be wonderful. And we can get some crafting happening. We're going to do some of our customer cards together today. Maybe that. Or there's also, what's our special suite for next week? Ooh. I think it might be Feathered Fun. Yes, we did Lovely Garden. Yes, Feathered Fun along these lines, Peaceful View. We've got a few new products we're playing with next week. That's a bit exciting. So which one's Feathered Fun? Let's have a look at what we're doing next week. We'll go to shopping. So we want to go back because I've already been shopping. And I'll share my screen and we'll go Feathered Fun. Ooh, that's going to be very cute. So that's Feathered Fun. And then what's along these lines? Very sweet. Yes. And then the other one is Peaceful View. Oh, interesting, Bruno Bertucci. So we've got a few that we're playing with. That's very cool. So yeah, that's going to be all of the next week's projects. So make sure you're following us if you want ideas and you want to get some inspiration. And just remember, if you don't have these products, that's okay. Just swap them out. It's our motto. If you don't have it, just swap it. All good. But it could be that you, like today, you saw me using the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder and you're like, I need it in my life. You're welcome. This is a customer service program for you. Or maybe you're like, that Lovely Garden Suite, how have I not seen it? I need it in my life. I understand. You're welcome. I'm good like that. I help you to see what you need, especially masks. We need masks. Maybe the blender pens are new to you. Maybe you're like, oh my goodness, the blender pens. How have I not seen them? So you're welcome. All of these things help. Re-inking, making sure that you've got all the tools that you need. It's what I'm here for, people. I have you. I have you back. You're welcome. You're going to move to the week after. What are you going to move next week to? You're going to do Turtley Cute next week. Anyway, Bruno will tell us what we're doing next week. But I think, yeah, very exciting. So next week we are here. Yes, the week after I will be organising a watch party because Jessie's here. And just we're going to go have fun. And yeah, the members are going to see us all hanging out together. So if you're going to join, this is the month to join the members group because we're going to have a lot of fun. I want to take them to the last crumb, which is what we did last time with the members. They watched us eat really yummy cakes and pies. And we really want to go to maybe a brewery or a gin distillery or a apple cider factory or the chocolate place. I have to really formulate our plan of what we're going to see on the Sunday so that we can visit as many places as we can. Because we really haven't been to a lot of places on West Swan Road. And it's amazing. It has so many cool restaurants and breweries and like cider and gin, and it's just amazing. So it would be really good to go and see some of that. So yeah, very excited. Can you show us what to do with vellum in the future? Vellum, Chantal, you got to say it right. Vellum. This is how we spell it. Vellum. And all of you that have been following us for a while know why. Vellum! But yes, we would love to show you how to use some vellum. Ours hasn't arrived yet, but we're looking forward to that coming. As you know, it is a staple of Bruno. Go everywhere. I wish we could. We just don't have enough time in the day. We're going to definitely do gelati. Definitely got to do, there's Old Young's. There's a brewery. There's, I think it's called Funk. Apple cider. I really want to do apple cider. The chocolate. I haven't done the Margaret River chocolate yet. And then that's like not even taking into consideration like the 10 wineries that are along there. Like legit, there's like 60 different restaurants. So I don't know how we're going to do it all, but we will give it a really good try. We're going to give it a really good try. Anyway, big hugs. Love yous lots. And we'll see you next week. How exciting. And members, we'll see you in about 24 minutes. Ciao, everyone. Big hugs. Stay kind. Be good. Love everyone. And just ignore the dum-dums, okay? Just love them. They just need to be loved more, okay? If there's someone's being really annoying and dumb, just love them. Just love them. Bye.